Congratulations, you've unlocked Grateful for the Dead, the autobiographical revisiting of the Silver Stadium, Rochester, New York, 1987 set list from the Grateful Dead. I'm your host, Trucker Andy, and with me is my twin brother, Joe Sixpack, and we are looking where we've arrived at the looks like rain portion of the set list, Joe. This is, you were saying, this was off of what album?
Ace, which I was just looking up, and I'm like, oh, this is like a Wu-Tang style solo effort from. So Wu-Tang Clan would do everybody on the same record, and then
Hmm.
they'd have their solo efforts. And so Jerry Garcia's Garcia was that. This was Warner Brothers saying, why don't you all do like solo records? Which I guess
Garcia
is
is the supreme clientele of the Grateful Dead.
yeah, right. Garcia, and then so this Ace was Bob Weir's solo, and then Mickey Hart had Rolling Thunder.
Ace's Legend of the Liquid Sword.
Yeah, yes, exactly. um, but so yeah, this is off of Ace, and I guess they were working some of these songs into the Grateful Dead set, as I
Mm-hmm.
think they was not really uncommon to do.
Yeah,
But
we've already seen a couple of examples of that, right? With
mm-hmm.
what was the other
Mexicali
one?
was no,
Yes,
it
yes,
was
that's
Mexicali we were saying.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
So
so
yeah, and you don't know this song, I don't think. I'm not even sure. Once you hear it, you'll be like, "Oh, I know that one." You know, this is not one where you're going to be like, "Oh, I know the song, but I don't know the name of it."
yeah, you might be right about this one. There's a cross section of songs that are unfamiliar to me, so this might fall into that bucket.
And especially since I know you're such a huge Bob Weir fan.
Yeah, right. uh my
uh,
opinions notwithstanding, this is if they've decided to put it on the set list, there must be something to it. I'll say
mm-hmm,
that.
mm-hmm. And I think this is 87. There's a Philly one. I think I was having a little trouble with my internet and I switched. I think this is Oakland. I think this is Oakland 87 is the one that we're going to listen to here, because I know I started listening to the Philly one, but
Hmm.
then I think I switched to this one because I thought it was going to play better.
Okay, well, let's give it a listen. See if it sounds familiar to me at all. Like if this is something that I fell asleep with, fell asleep listening to while we were camping. It's a lot of my experience with these songs.
I woke today, felt your side of bed. The covers were still warm where you'd been laying. You were cold. My heart was filled with dread. You might not be sleeping here again. But it's alright, 'cause I love you. That's not gonna change. Run me round, make me hurt again and again. But I'll still sing your love song, written in the letters of your name. The breath of storm to come, for it's surely like rain.
All right, pause it. I like to imagine that John Barlow wrote this about Bob Weir.
That they were in bed together and
Yeah.
he felt the warmth of where he was laying.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's just my take. I'm just
Well,
kidding, obviously, but
mm. Um,
I don't know the
what
song
was
in any
I?
single way, nor do I care
Oh,
to.
yeah, you don't. Well, before you get that, I mean, we just started it, and I wouldn't say that. So I already listened to this, right, when I recorded it or attempted to record it,
Yeah.
and I was just like, oh yeah, I don't know it, and I just kind of sat here listening to it. It's 8 minutes, and I ended up liking it. Like this is an instance where it's not a song that I was really familiar with. I wouldn't say it was like like a well played song in our house, or if it was being played, I walked out of the room and didn't care much. But sitting here listening to it today, I'm like, I like this, and I'll tell you kind of upfront here that maybe listen to it as I felt like it sounded like a John Hyatt song.
Hmm.
So maybe listen to it
Feels like
like it
rain.
was written by John Hyatt, and I like Jerry soloing here. I like the clarity, like the crystal clear guitar soloing and
Hmm.
stuff on this song. And I don't know, and we're going through people who might be listening to this elsewhere. We're having torrential rain here, so maybe it was just an appropriate day to
Hmm.
listen to it. But I like this song, and
Yeah.
so I'll tell you maybe if you're a follower, you'll end up liking this, and the end I tell you I liked it. But
That's funny.
keep
I
going.
like to watch the Kate Beckinsale movie Whiteout when we're having a severe winter event.
I
Have
watched
you ever
The
seen that
Thing.
movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, The Thing. Yeah, that's a good one to watch when
All right, here
it's
we go.
mid-February. All right,
Yeah.
go on.
Apparently, we have audio lag when we play it. Pause.
Did you ever wake up to the sound of street cats making love? Guess from their cries you were listening to a fire. Where you know
There's Andy.
It's just the last thing they're thinking of. They're only trying to make it through the night.
Let's pause it here for a second. Can you hear me? Pause it.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, I hit the space bar. It's supposed to pause.
Okay. This is an interesting song structure format that I'm looking at the lyrics on the page here, and it's there's not really a chorus. I guess the verses end with the line that is the title of the song, but it's like verse, bridge, verse. That's strange when it comes to songwriting. So,
And when it's the same, the first verse again at the end.
Yeah, the last 4 lines of an 8-line verse. Maybe it's chorus, bridge. No, because it's weird. So there's 8 lines in the first verse, and then the last 4 lines of what I'm calling the second verse there is the same as the first. Second verse, same as the first. So that is probably the chorus. I guess maybe it is the first 4 lines of the verse and the second are the chorus, and then the bridge, and then it does it again. So maybe that's the song structure. It's the way that it's laid out here looks bizarre. So it's probably just confusing to me as a slow adult.
Yeah. I think we did talk about what is it? Bertha, the ran
Hmm.
into a rainstorm part that they kind of like missed out on that. That was really recognizable.
Yeah.
I'll only point out like towards the end of this, you get kind of a lot of that. Like the Jerry's, like noodling is
Hmm.
very like rainy in this song towards the end.
Well, yeah.
But we got a ways to go before we get there.
That's what I was gonna say. You were saying how long this is, and they're, over halfway through the song, and there's still so much soloing to go. So
They're
I'm
not even
glad.
halfway through.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, again, this is not jamming. I wouldn't call this jamming though, right?
No,
Like
neither would I.
this is just a long song,
Hmm.
with a little bit of like a healthy amount of soloing, but neither were doing "He's Gone" next, which is also a fairly long song, and not something that you would call a jam or anything like that. It's
Hmm.
very kind of slow in a way. So this is real gentle. He's Gone is slow. Um, I don't know. There's very interesting songs for this week of this week's selection.
Yeah. This
We're
is
gonna
a
keep going with this.
catch your breath, light one up and chill out version of the
Yeah.
section of the set list.
I don't know. It's hitting me in the right way tonight though. I'm liking it now. I liked it before. I just I'll probably come back to this song like and just listen to it randomly at this point. I kind of like it. I don't like how we can't hear it.
I only wanna hold you. I don't wanna tie you down. Well, fence you with the lies from out of drum. It's just that I gotten used to having you around. My landscape would be empty if you were gone. But it's alright, 'cause I love you. That's not gonna change. Run me round, make me hurt again and again and again. But I'll still sing you love song, written in the letters of your name. Pray the storm to come, for it surely looks like rain. Yes, it looks like rain. Surely look like rain.
Classic Jerry.
Hey, come again. Surely looks like rain. Surely looks like rain. Since it's rain, it looks like rain. Here come the rain.
Do you want to pause it for a second? I don't think you can hear me over the song. So, yeah. And I'm listening to the lyrics, and it just seems derivative of other songs that I enjoy
100%. I noticed
more.
that there's a couple of lines where I'm like, I've heard that before, or
Mhm.
it's just like a mild twist on a line that you've heard in
Motown.
Yeah,
There's so many Motown songs that
I
are
can't
just like
remember
this.
what the exact thing was, but yeah, you've heard these lines before.
Hmm.
and just like I feel it's warm in bed where you used to lay. Like that's not an original thought.
Inspired, right?
Yeah. But again, though, I still like it. I mean, I'm still liking the song. You know,
Unless this is about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. He's singing about something warm in the bed.
Yeah. I'm feeling over where you used to lay. It's warm, but also wet and sticky.
Yeah, it's stinky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how they end it here.
Day after day, turning rain, it looks like rain. Here it come again. Can't stand the rain. Same old thing now.
It's Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
All my life I've seen rain and rain and rain and rain. Here comes the rain. All my life I've seen rain and rain and rain and rain. Here come again. Can't stand it now. Can't stand the rain. All my life I've seen rain.
It's literally coming down like cats and dogs outside right now. I'm just saying. It's crazy that we're listening to this and it's going nuts outside.
All my life I've seen rain, rain, rain. Here come again. Here come the rain, rain. Turning rain, it looks like rain. Here it come again. Here come the rain.
Do you pause it real quick? I'm just wondering if they are playing this because it's raining there too. I assume that Brent was going through withdrawals and sweating through his shirt, but it might be raining there, and that's why they're playing this.
Oh, they were just spraying the crowd with a hose and shit before.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure there's no shortage of shows where it is raining, and they probably bust this out during that.
Mhm.
So that
Mhm.
it's always nice to put a hat on a hat. The audience loves that when you do an on the nose song.
Yeah.
Like if
Here's
the
Phil's 6-string bass.
yeah, when they're in Colorado and somebody's house catches on fire, they do Fire on the Mountain, shit like that.
Right.
Go ahead.
Like rain. Here it come again. Here come the rain. Here come the rain.
Jerry looks high as fuck.
Whip them out.
So that one, that's 87. He's Gone, that will do next. I recorded, but I couldn't find a good 87, so I went. It was it either had to be 89 or 81, and we kind of liked the older one before. So I'm like, let's check out 81 era. And Jerry actually looks better here than he does in 81. I think getting fat really filled in the deep forehead lines and shit that he was getting.
I'm just noticing that
filler.
I have the logo for last week's episode still up there. I thought that was an evergreen logo, but it says Samson and Delilah in there, like it's my favorite song or something. Like it's
Like
the name of the
Samson
show.
and I'm Delilah.
Yeah,
Like the hosts of the show are Samson and Delilah.
yeah. We'll
Also,
be
it's
we'll
wrong
be
'cause we have
referring
the
to,
P.
huh?
No P. No P.
What do you mean? There's a P there.
No. Oh, I know there shouldn't be. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
That was my bad. Apparently, I'm an idiot.
Big fan over here. It's just Samson.
Mm-hmm.
Shows what I know. I'm the worst when it comes to spelling and fact checking and spell checking. It's one thing to be bad at spelling, know it, and then go and make sure that you did it right because you know that you didn't. It's another thing to do it wrong and not give a shit and just post it on your show and go, look at what a dipshit I am.
What's the opposite of attention to detail?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Not giving a fuck.
This guy, right? Who has 2 thumbs and is a total fuck up.
Whatever. It's not the point.
Yeah. The point is that we don't know what we're talking about and we don't know what we're doing. And we have bad opinions about Bob Weir.
Well, I mean, maybe, but I think the value add or the touch of gray, silver lining is that I don't really remember this song or remember listening to it all that much. And so I think 90% of the point of this is kind of discovering things about the Grateful Dead that we misunderstood or didn't really know growing up. And so I'm kind of discovering this was like Ruben and Charisse is a song, a Jerry song, and I heard it. I was just like, where the fuck has this song been my entire life? I'm like, I love this song.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
I wouldn't say I love this song, but I don't hate it for sure. I will also correct myself last week when we were talking about Samson and Delilah, and I'm like, oh, I like this song. It might be a top 10 song. And then I immediately, like you said, started rattling off all of my more favorite songs and hit 10 very quickly. And I'm like,
oh yeah,
it might barely make it into 20, maybe.
All that means is that there's too many good ones to choose from. So.
Well, exactly. So, but yeah, but that being that, when the room is crowded by good songs, you kind of forget about these, or like you don't listen to something like Looks Like Rain all that much when you have all the Berthas and Ramble on Rose and things like that to listen to. So
yeah, I mean, I like
happy to hear this today.
Yeah, and right, we're lucky that the catalog is so deep that at the tender age of 49 years old, you could still discover a new Grateful Dead song that you hadn't heard yet.
It's funny. I was watching just randomly because I'm listening to so much. It was like this one guy who's like an audio engineer. I don't know if you know this account, but he's like a Gen Z audio engineer. There's a lot of like younger people. There's another social media account. He's like, I'm going through my grandfather's record collection. Look, he's got Pure Guava and Motorhead, Ace of Spades, and Primus, Frizzle Fry, and like my grandfather's record collection. And
my grandfather was cool.
But so like this audio engineer's like, I don't know the Grateful Dead. Let's check out their top 5 songs, and it's like Truckin', Casey Jones, and Ripple, and he's like, oh, there's more than one singer in the band. Like, who does who does the vocals in the Grateful Dead? Like, this sounds really good. And I was just like, hey, but like younger people are discovering it and stuff, and hopefully, we're not the dumbest people to talk about the Grateful Dead. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, I might be.
Well, you know who Bob Weir is.
Yeah, at least I know that. True. But I'm coming at it as a person that claims to be a fan. This guy's just like, oh, let me check out my grandfather's collection. What do you know? They have 2 drummers? Weird.
Oh, he didn't even get to that part.
Yeah.
But it's fun to listen to it or listen to things that you think you've heard. It's weird, we talk about this all the time. We've heard it in the background, our whole life, and now we're just kind of taking a closer look at it and be like, oh, it's spelled that way. I didn't know.
Exactly. Well, this has been an education in something that I didn't know anything about. So I'm grateful that I learned something new, and I'm grateful for everybody's tolerating my ignorance and my misspellings and my technical difficulties. So I want to thank everybody for that, and invite you to subscribe to our Patreon or our YouTube members only channel for even more content that's living behind the paywall. Things like, oh, what was the last one we just put behind the paywall? Not China Cat, was it? Or
Simpson and Delilah?
I Know You Rider, I think
Okay.
was the most recent one that got added. So if you want to hear that episode, that's waiting for you on Patreon for just $3. And let's see. And then we have
He's Gone.
He's Gone coming up behind the paywall next too. Or are we going to put this behind the paywall? And I think we said we were going to put this behind the paywall.
Yeah.
And I think
No, we said the app is-
Samson and
oh, yeah.
Delilah is going to go up.
Yeah. No, you're right.
But I want people to be able to find the good ones. I don't want this is like people aren't going to want to press play on Looks Like Rain, So
Yeah.
it's the
and you're
My
behind
Brother
the pay-
Esau.
You've paid money to hear "Looks Like Rain" and Brother Esau. Like that's
Oh, I guess that's true. Maybe we should save the good ones for the people that support the show.
yeah. That
So if
would
you
be
want the
fun.
good stuff, fucking cough it up, bitch.
Yeah.
And we'll be grateful for that. So for Joe Sixpack, I'm Trucker Andy saying
Stay grateful.